Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a brief discussion on playing complex chord progressions with ease on the guitar. I'm going to demonstrate this using a 12-bar blues in the key of A. So there will be three fundamental chords, A7th, D7th and E7th. I'm going to assume you know at least one finger grip to play each of those chords in the open position on the guitar. So a 12-bar blues in the key of A, using those open chords, would go something like this. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Just on A7th. Now D7th. Back to A7th. E7th. D7th. A7th. And there's your 12 bars, which you would just cycle through however many times you wanted to in your blues. Now that's fine and that's easy to play on the guitar, but if we were backing a great jazz vocalist, a female or male vocalist, imagine we were backing Ella Fitzgerald, or James Morrison on jazz trumpet, or a great tenor sax jazz soloist. They are going to be looking for far more from us backing them up than just sticking on that chord for 4 bars. The first thing we would do is we would change from the sort of country and western sounding A7th to a jazz sounding A7th. Now this is just a 3-string grip. I'm playing A on the 5th fret of the 6th string, the E string, G on the 5th fret of the D string, the 4th string, and C sharp on the 6th fret of the G string, the 3rd string. I'm deliberately not playing an E in that A7th chord. I'm just brushing across the 5th string. I'm not fretting it. I'm not pressing down the 5th string. I'm just dudding that out. Okay? So here's the jazz version of an A7th chord, one of the jazz versions. So already our soloist or our singer is feeling more comfortable. If you listen to the great Oscar Peterson on piano, or Art Tatum, or Joe Pass on guitar, any of the famous support players for leading jazz soloists and singers, they seldom sat on a chord for more than a few beats. So Oscar would play the first 4 bars of that A7th, something like this. Do you notice I just moved constantly? Chord change per beat. But it was easy to do on the guitar because I had to just keep the same finger grip, the 7th chord shape, and I moved it down and up. So I went A7th, A flat 7th, A7th, B flat 7th, and then repeated that cycle. 1 chord per beat. If you looked at that in the written music, it would look an unbelievably complex chord progression. You'd look at the music and say, there's no way I can play that. But just have a listen and have a look again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then slide up to where that shape becomes D7. So now the index finger, the first finger on your left hand, is now on the 10th fret of the 6th string. That's a D7th chord. Well, Oscar and Joe and all of those great jazz players would just do the same thing. Back to where they were, A7. Now take it up to E7, so back to D7, back to A7. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and perhaps learnt something new. It's a very easy way to take your sound from the Grand Ole Opry to the Blue Note Jazz Club in New York. It's just a different finger grip for the 7th chord and the technique and knowledge to move that progression constantly in the background. That's what the great jazz masters were all very famous for. Bye for now.